Hi, and welcome to a special edition of What's Cooking. I'm your host today, Joey Quibido with Piggly Wiggly here in Opelousas.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from the Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana.
And our very special guest today is our own Jason Huguet from the Steamboat. And Jason, tell everybody what we're cooking today.
Well, Joey, we have two very simple appetizers that we do at the Steamboat. One is a special item, one is a regular menu item, and two very sought-after appetizers on our menu. I get a lot of people asking me for a recipe for the shrimp Betsy, so
I've had both of them, they're really good.
we're gonna do that today.
All right, great. So join us back for more What's Cooking with Jason in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the What's Cooking Show. Again, we have our own Jason Huguet with the Steamboat Warehouse, Washington, and he's gonna make us two very sought-out appetizers that you serve quite often.
They're just some popular dishes that we do at the Steamboat. One, I've been at Steamboat 20 years, and this first recipe we're going to show you has been there way longer than me. And there's a story behind it too, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what we're going to use today, we're going to make our homemade Italian dressing that we make at Steamboat, and it's going to be used in both these dishes. So really quickly, it's very simple. Of course, we make it at Steamboat in a much larger quantity than this, but today we'll make a little smaller batch of that.
Okay.
So we start off with a gallon of water, and to that gallon of water, we're going to add about 1.5 cups of some vinegar. And this is basically Italian is a vinaigrette. So we're gonna add a little bit of vinegar for our acid, and then we're gonna put some extra virgin olive oil. It's about 1 cup, and just want to whisk that up a little bit. And we buy this seasoning mix. It's a Hellman's brand. Over the years, we've actually used another kind, and somehow they're very, very, very close to each other. So we're gonna put 1 pack in there. And of course, if we put a little too much of this, it would be salty and
Right.
too spicy, too strong. And so we want to be careful that we don't do that. We're gonna put about 1.5 packs.
Okay.
So basically, the hardest part about making this recipe at home would be to find this seasoning blend. And I know Pig has some of them, right?
Well, we have some Italian,
types.
but we don't have the Hellmann's right now. But I will be looking to try to get it in. Hopefully they'll make it, in smaller quantities for people at home instead of all commercial use.
And I like to let it sit, I'd like to make it a day ahead. It's kind of like, to me, it's like tartar sauce. If you let it sit a little bit longer overnight or something, it'll get a little better flavors together. So we're gonna put that one on the side, and we're gonna actually use some that I made at the Steamboat yesterday.
And that will sit till tomorrow.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is we have a little saute pan here, and we're gonna put some into our pan. And it doesn't really matter how much, because what we're gonna be doing basically is, poaching our shrimp is basically what we're gonna be doing. I get emails for this recipe all the time, at least 2-3 times a week. People will email me asking me for the recipe for the shrimp Betsy, and when I tell them that this is the recipe, they're kind of shocked that it's that simple.
That simple, yeah.
But this recipe came about many years ago. They were doing some type of as a store that I was told by Frankie Elder, who was the guy, he was a chef before me, and he's the one I purchased the Steamboat from. They had some kind of a chef's dinner going on there, and had some out-of-town visiting chefs, and at the end of the night, they kind of hung around. The chefs always kind of the last ones to leave, so they were kind of hungry and they wanted something really quick. So this one particular chef, it was a lady, and she said, well, let's just take this and that and throw it together real quick and just have something to eat and go home. And this is what came out of it.
Wow.
And like I said, this dish has been there way longer than I've been there, and it's very simple. But it's one of my favorites. It's something that you can eat, and it'll fill you up, but you don't have that feeling like you just ate a buffet.
Big meal, yeah. So basically, would that chef's name be Betsy?
I think so. As the story goes, so it's an interesting little story. I kind of wish I would have been around to meet her, but all these years later, and it's the dish is this popular, so I think she'd be pleased.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she knows that it was even put on the menu. So you put a little bit of fresh green onions, and that's what I like to do. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that up. And right here we have some very, very pretty 21, 25 count shrimp. And you can, basically as far as shrimp to liquid, it doesn't really matter because you're just poaching it in the liquid. And you just want to, you just put it to a simmer, and once you start seeing it simmer a little bit, I'd lower the heat to about medium low, something like that. And of course we always want to watch that we don't overcook our seafood. So you just want to watch it till it gets pink. Depending on when you add your shrimp, if you like we just did, our sauce is kind of cold, and so is our shrimp, so it may take us a little longer. But usually, if you have the sauce or the dressing itself in the pan and it's hot, 3-4 minutes after that, your shrimp, once they turn pink, they're ready to go.
You're done, yeah, pretty much.
So
you can't get an easier recipe than that.
You cannot get any easier than this. Our vinaigrette only had 4 ingredients. One of them was water. Too easy. So
you're right, it's too easy.
But this is something you can use in any application. You can use it as a marinade, which we're about to do. You can use it as a salad dressing, obviously, and you can, cook your shrimp in it, poach it in it.
Definitely. Do a bunch of things with it. Okay.
So what we're gonna do now is, before we take a break, we're gonna have to marinate our little pieces of cubes of tenderloin that this is going to be our Black Forest tenders. This is a really popular dish at Steamboat.
It is definitely my wife's favorite.
What we do is we actually we cut our own filet mignon off the tenderloin, and what we do is with the trimmings, which is still good filet mignon, what we do is we just cut it into little bite-sized pieces, weigh it out, season it up, and we marinate it a little bit. And that's what we're going to do today really quickly before we go to break. Put a little marinade in there, and we normally do that for overnight, but today we're not going to take that long because we have show purposes.
Okay, got it.
But
we'll take a short break, and we'll come back with Jason. We'll finish one of our dishes right when we get back.
You're watching KDCG TV.
Welcome back to the What's Cooking Show. Again, we have our famous Jason Huguet with the Steamboat Warehouse restaurant in Washington. He's cooking some very nice appetizers for today. Jason, where we at?
Okay, Joey, as you can see, our shrimp are fairly, they're pretty close. And again, you don't want to overcook them, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of leave that on low for just a second.
Okay.
And give it just maybe another minute. But like we were saying earlier, usually we'll take our little pieces of filet mignon, and again, this is byproducts. I don't suggest that you take a filet mignon that you can buy in a store and cut it up and do it this way, unless you just don't really care.
Right.
But these are just the trimmings. Instead of throwing them away, or using them any other way, us as chefs, we always try to, especially in business, we try to use all the byproducts in every way we possibly can, and generate revenue from it.
That's it. That's the way.
So that's been marinating since the last segment. Normally we do it overnight, but again, show purposes, we're going to fry that in just a second.
I'm sure it'll be just as good, huh?
Oh yes, it will. We have a little bit of seasoning in there too. So first off, let me go ahead and plate up some of our shrimp Betsy. And again, this is one of my favorite dishes over there. It's really light. It's something you can eat and you don't feel like you, super swole, I'm gonna ladle some of that juice in there. And best part about this dish is
it smells delicious.
it smells great, and it's such a different. Once you heat it and cook some seafood in it, that broth takes on some of that seafood flavor, and it changes it so much compared to what you taste in a salad dressing on a salad as to this. It's just it's different, and I love it. We got a lot of people who love it. Not everyone's gonna like it, but we have lots and lots of people who come and they like I said, they email me for the recipe, and they really care for it, and it's one of my favorites as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, I'm sure.
So Best part about this dish, you want to serve it with some kind of toast. And today we're going to serve it as some homemade garlic rounds that I made yesterday. Just a little bit of garlic butter and some parsley to give it a little bit of color. And that's about it. And I like to put a little bit of green on there, and we are going to stick us a little in there just for garnish, and that's it. We must sell hundreds of these, every week.
Beautiful and easy. I just wanted to bring that to attention to everybody. There's a special plaque right here that's on our set that Jason received recently, and that we're very proud of, because it's something for him to be proud of, and came out is through the Acadian chapter of the Louisiana Restaurant Association, and our own Jason Huguet was voted Restaurateur of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Joey.
That's fantastic.
I was really shocked. Woke up one morning to an email congratulating me for winning, and I really thought it was a joke, or that somebody was messing with me, or I don't know. It just wasn't real until I responded to the email, and she answered me back, so that's how I knew it was real. But
yeah, that's fantastic. With all the restaurants and everything going on, and that's a big honor to receive something like that.
It is, and you don't understand how. I mean, you have humbly, to receive that is the only way to do it. It's with all those restaurants out there that to be looked at and to be able to be picked. Lafayette is just the hub of South, the southern, states, and where good food is, they're just that's where it's at. And to be able to say that they chose me as that, it's mind blowing, and I was speechless at first.
Yeah.
So
well, like you said that night, it's like you felt like you were the little fish in the sea, but sometimes the little fish is the best fish.
Yeah. It's exactly what I said. We're a small fish in a big pond, and to be able to be to be looked at as far as what they have in Lafayette. There's just so many good restaurants and chefs in there. It's crazy,
Yeah, fantastic.
So thank you all to whoever had a hand in that, because
Very good.
we're very appreciative.
And also, I want to send out a congratulations to the owner of the original Don's Downtown, Mr. Ashby, Rocky Landry
Rocky.
Jr. He was voted into the Hall of Fame by the Louisiana Restaurant Association. I just want to tell him congratulations again, and a great job from both of y'all.
Yeah, he was very excited to receive that award, and he got a standing ovation. And it was kind of for younger guys like us, it's something to look to and to kind of take from, and appreciate.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
40-something years in the business, right? Yeah.
Well, actually, I think he's a little bit longer than that.
Really?
But,
Okay.
I mean, the restaurant's been open since '34, but he got into it, so it's probably about 4 years.
I think he said 42.
42 years,
like
yeah,
that.
42 years. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
nuts.
That's really nice.
But a big accomplishment. It's a huge
Definitely. I mean, a person that works hard like he's done for so many years.
He deserves
to
it.
Keep it the lanes going. Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Jason, where we at?
Okay, we're gonna take our little catfish, our little black forest tenders is what we call them, and we're gonna put them in a little bit of egg batter. It's egg, buttermilk, and a little bit of the whole milk to cut it.
Okay.
And this is what we use pretty much to batter everything at the steamboat. And again, we have a little seasoning on our little tenderloin pieces. So you want to make sure you get all of that in there and coat it really well. And we do a single batter on this. There's no need for anything more than that.
Too heavy, yeah.
But to all those hunters out there, I think why people enjoy this so much is because basically this is, around here we have the hunters that kill deer, and they fry the deer back strap, and that's exactly what this is. It's just beef instead of venison. So
and you can use the venison too.
You could do that same thing. You can't really sell it in a restaurant unless you buy some that's farm raised. But Joe, if you open that lid for me.
Sure will. You want to just drop it in like that?
Yeah, I got that.
Our little trusty Cajun injector fryer. And we want to thank Bruce's Foods for donating this to the
but
What's
a while
Cooking
back.
show.
That was sometime earlier this year.
Yeah, very nice. We use it quite often, and does a wonderful job. Speaking about these Cajun injector fryers, very soon, in fact, I have some now at the store.
Really?
I have the big turkey fries right now. Really good price on them, so y'all come down to the pig and pick up your Cajun injector fries. And we're gonna soon have some of these out too. I think we got some barbecue pits that are in that, we're working to try to get out as soon as possible. So
Really?
come by and
That's
pick
nice.
up your turkey fries or whatever we had on special that week here at the Pig. At both locations, we're gonna have them, but the main thing is at the south location, which is 1305 Heather Drive.
1305 Heather Drive.
Yeah. All right, Jason, we're going to go ahead and take a small break, and then we're going to come back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the What's Cooking Show. Again, we have the LRA's Restaurateur of the Year, Jason Huguet, with the Steamboat Warehouse Restaurant in Washington. He's cooking us some very good appetizers, and we're almost done with our second one. Jason, where are we at?
Well, earlier we made our shrimp Betsy with our Italian dressing that we make at the Steamboat. We marinated our little tenderloin tips in that same Italian dressing, and they're looking really good right now. We dropped them in the fryer right before the break. And two very simple dishes, two really good dishes, and we're gonna let that go for probably another 3-4 minutes, and then we'll plate that up.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting on that, Jason, why don't we go ahead and tell everybody your hours at the Steamboat, and if they want to book special Christmas parties or birthday parties or whatever, how can they
Well,
contact
all you
you?
can do is call us at 826-7227. That number has been there forever. So give us a call, or I have an email address on the website. You can directly email me. And any questions at all, like I said, I get questions about how, recipes such as this one. Just give us a call. We have room right now for some more Christmas parties. We're having a little problem with conflict this year with, everybody wants the same dates. So we do happen to have some dates open. That's very rare for us at this point of the year. Usually it's booked, at September-ish,
yeah.
So if you need a Christmas party to book something, just give us a call. We also have, for the rest of the year, we also have the same room that we use upstairs. If it ain't a Christmas party, we have office parties, we have rehearsal dinners, birthday parties, we have 50th anniversary parties,
Yeah, a bunch of
things like that.
yeah.
So,
Speaking about that, if you want a copy of this recipe, you can go to our website at kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking Show. And there's also a link to the Steamboat on there.
yes, sir.
And you can get all your wonderful recipes, especially the two that Jason's here doing for us today, which is a very popular appetizers on his menu. I've had them several times. And like I said, my wife's favorite. And just click on that. It's got all kinds of recipes and stuff. And you can come by either location of the Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas.
8410 Highway 182 North or 1305 Heather Drive, and we'll do whatever we can to please you as a customer.
And you can come by the either store and pick up your Brewster's Food Cajun Injector fries.
Very simple.
Really nice, really nice items. And we have several different sizes and turkey fries, and we have the small all-purpose fryer.
And everything else you see here, I'm sure you have that too.
Definitely. Either store will have it. Like I said, the Hellman's Italian dressing, we're looking into getting it. But we do have the 7 C's Italian mix, if people want to try that instead. But everything else that Jason's using here can be found at either store here in Opelousas. So, Jason, well, let's check on our tenderloins.
Looking good, looking a little brown.
A little brown,
Yeah, just about ready.
We
We want to look for a little bit more brown color to it. So let that go a few minutes. But
Do you have any specials that'll be coming up soon, Jason, that you can think about offhand?
I tell you what, we had some speckled trout, some really good speckled trout last weekend, and we just pan fried them. It went over really well. Little pan fried speckled trout. It's the kind of things we do at Steamboat. We bring in some things that you not really used to seeing on any menu with trout you made, but we had that last weekend with a little bit. We put jumbo lump crab meat on it, and a little cream sauce, which. You put jumbo lump on anything, it's
people
gonna
love
sell.
that stuff.
Yeah, I do
they really
too.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, like I said, a speckled trout. What about hours of operation? We didn't happen to mention that yet.
Well, Joe, we're open 6 days a week. We are open Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9:30. Fridays and Saturdays we're open 5 to 10:30, and Sundays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch only. We have thought about over the years adjusting the hours, but you know what? It's been that way for 36, 37 years.
Why,
So
why
why
fix
mess with
something
it
that's
now?
not broken?
You're right.
And definitely, if you want to, I like to get there early myself because I like to be there at 5 o'clock when the doors open. And, you know,
Make
that
sure you
way.
don't have to wait on the waiting list.
Well, even though you're waiting in the line too, you still get to go on the back porch and by the wharf
Patio
and
on the little dark.
have a couple of drinks out there. It's really nice. You can get a chance to wind down and, you know, be with your family and stuff. So
Yes, sir.
it's really nice. All right,
right.
Jason, let's see what we got going.
Looks like we're about good right there. So
All right.
you can hold it up just for a second. I'm gonna get some of these out. Yeah. Grab us some. Very simple.
That didn't take long at all.
No, these little things don't take long at all, and very delicious. It's worth it. So
Yeah, very, very nice. All right, I'm gonna just
yeah, put that
put
right
the
there.
rest right here. Drain first. Oh,
So as you can see, that was really easy, Joey.
very nice.
Doesn't take much. In my opinion, my philosophy is simple is always key. Simplest is best. And as you can see, it doesn't have to take so much time and preparation and effort. And you don't have to be this big chef to actually know. I mean, this was so simple. And most of the things, I like to keep them simple. So, you know, they're really good dishes. So to be able to put a little bit of work into it, and you know, if you got a family and you got things going on, it's tough.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
very simple
sometimes
ways
it
to
is.
do it.
And then, I mean, you know, when you go out to eat, you have wonderful food like this, you know, and it's always nice for somebody else to have
You're right.
done it for you.
Absolutely.
And especially that, you know, you doing it so many years. You know, some people say, well, it just don't come out the same. It don't come. It's the same thing, it's just
Yeah.
probably the way Jason does it, maybe.
Well, you know, we can each take a recipe and follow a recipe, and it sometimes it comes out different. Whether you
That's
follow a
right.
recipe or not, it just, I don't know. It's laws of physics.
I don't know.
but,
I don't know. I can't explain it either because a lot of people tell me the same thing. It's just not the same.
No.
But again, if you want to copy these two very easy recipes that Jason has done here today, in fact, congratulations again on
Thank you,
Restaurant
sir.
Key of the Year. You can go to our website at kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking Show, or you can come by the Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas, pick up your copies of that or any other recipes done on the show, and pick up all your fresh ingredients. And like I said, if you go to the website, there's also a link straight to the Steamboat, and they can email you and ask any more questions that they might have.
Matter of fact, I was on
know.
the website last night checking out old recipes, and you know, after so many years, I sometimes have to reference the archives. Thank you, Steve, because I can't remember what I've made and not made.
That's right. 'Cause
on the show.
In fact, somebody asked me about the green bean casserole, and I think I've done it on the show already. I'm
Yep.
like, I don't remember. Did I do it? Did I do it? But now I remember I did do
But
it.
Steve
so-
makes it easy. They got categories. You just go
Yeah,
click.
That's it.
So, no big
Well,
deal.
Jason, again, I want to thank you for coming to do the show for us today. I know you have been a little under the weather lately and can kind of tell in your voice, but you'll be all right, I'm sure. And again, we want to thank everybody for watching the What's Cooking Show, and join us back next week when we have another exciting guest,
As
just like our
always.
own Jason. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, just call the front office, KDCG, and
Hey,
talk
it's
to
been a
Miss
while.
Kathy.
You know? It's been a long time.
And we'll be get your show taken care of somewhere along the line.
Call Miss Kat.
Okay? Thank y'all so much for watching Cooking.